Safety. It's a big thing in the workshop. If you don't feel safe doing something or you just don't feel comfortable, don't do it. You're the only person who can keep you safe. And if you don't do it, no one else can.
Now with the glue line still being in that little tiny point here, this makes this a little more risky. If it was solid wood, it would be quite safe to do that. I think I just need to smooth that centerpiece out a touch. He told me recently that he likes to finish his bottoms this way, or very similar to this, and I can see that it's quite nice. Yeah. Okay. Sanding. There we go. So, that's the bottom we ended up with, and there's the shape, and all I'm going to do now is just cut this off, and then I'll just by hand with some maybe 320 and 400 just clean up that centerpiece. I'll do that on a little Lazy Susan. So this wasn't quite the bowl that I started out to make, but I think that's a big part of wood turning, is when things don't work out perfectly, you sometimes have to do something to salvage the piece. The bottom is still quite thick, but I can't take it any thinner because the radius here, already this doesn't really match these, so it still looks like, you know, some bowls piled together, and when it's oiled and buffed and polished, it will look very nice. So I'm pleased with it anyway, even though at one point I thought we were done, and at least we've documented the method, and you got my tip for how to finish the bottom. We'll just take a chisel and whip that off. Chisel. I come up from it a little ways. I don't want to... oh, and we have a glue line with this one. I'd forgotten that. I don't want to cut a little... Actually, I went right through the glue line. I don't want to break any out of the middle. There, now that will come off quite easily with the, you know, Oh no, I thought it was a little large maybe, but a little bit of 220, a warm 220. Thank you, dear. Thank you. My wife just bought me a cup of coffee, look at that. Yeah. Delicious. Signed and buffed. I think it's going to be lovely. Okay. So I think that'll do it for this movie. At least you've seen the method that I use, and I'm sure there's better methods. And I would love if anybody has a better idea or an improvement that they would email me or post a video, send me the link. I always ready to learn, and I think what I'm going to do with this, because I think I'm going to buff these edges first before I put the oil on. I think I'll use the Tripoli and see if I can't just polish those a little bit. It's hard to sand them when they're on there like this, but with a big fluffy mop and some Tripoli, I think I'll probably polish those up. So I may come back and show you at the end what it looked like in the end. So until then, I'm going to turn the camera off and I will buff it, and we'll see how that looks then. Okay, well, I was going to just buff it with the Tripoli on the edge here to see what it would do, but it looked so nice, I decided to go ahead and do the white diamond and the carnauba wax, and I think it's looks beautiful. So it's just a natural finish, natural color, and basically it's got a wax, carnauba wax coating on it. Now how that will stand up, I don't know, without being sealed with oil like I normally do, but it certainly looks beautiful. Of course, cherry is a lovely piece. Now I wouldn't say this looks like 3 bowls, it looks more like a saucer with a couple of cereal bowls or something sitting in it. So I think I would call this saucer and bowls. But anyway, I hope you've enjoyed it. Certainly is a challenge to make a video of something like this. Things never work quite as easily when you're filming as they seem to when you're just puttering around and working on your own. But I've really pleased with this finished piece. It's absolutely gorgeous. So there, from what could have been a piece of scrap, we end up with a lovely little unique bowl. Now I hope you guys are going to try this, and if you've got any good ideas, let me know. If you've seen me do anything silly, please don't do it. That's not my intention. Please be safe, enjoy your time in the shop, and have fun turning. It's really rewarding when you get something like this. I think my wife will certainly like this one. Okay, that's it from me. Until the next time, bye now.